as India counts down to 75 years of independence, the Prime Minister urges all Indians to wear their patriotism on their sleeves. Adding fillip to Har Ghar Tiranga campaign, the Prime Minister urged people to hoist the tricolour and display it at every home. However, this pitch for patriotism hasn't gone down too well with the opposition. In multi-pronged attacks that have taken place, the opposition has accused the BJP of arrogance, hypocrisy and even crony capitalism. The BJP has hit out saying the opposition has every right to oppose the Sarkar but don't insult the Tiranga. Watch how this Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav is being poisoned with politics.
This must be the imported flags. Now they are allowed imported non-khadi flags, even polyester flags from China. This must be imported by some crony capitalists, which is why I think they are peddling.
पहली बात यह है कि पॉलिटिक्स में पहली दफ़ा मैं देख रहा हूँ कि तिरंगे के ऊपर राजनीति हो रही है और तिरंगे के ऊपर राजनीति वो कर रहे हैं जिन्होंने तिरंगा को कभी अपनाया ही नहीं। बिल्कुल ड्रामाबाजी है ये, क्या नाम है, नेशनलिज्म इससे नहीं चलेगा।
आरएसएस हेडक्वार्टर कब तिरंगा झंडा अपना ऑफिस में लहराया, कब लहराया? मेरा क्वेश्चन है बीजेपी लीडरशिप को, पहले आरएसएस का घर घर में जाके तिरंगा लहराइए। बाकी आरएसएस छोड़ के सारे हिंदुस्तानी का घर में तिरंगा लहरा हुआ है from day one.
No, I think putting up a flag, we all do it, and this is not he's doing. I stand corrected. I think Mr. Jindal fought the case, who is in the Congress party, to give fair justice that whoever wants to put a flag can do it. So I think this was actually not started by the present government. It was started by Mr. Jindal, who is in the Congress party.
Meanwhile, the BJP has lashed out at the opposition for its reluctance to hail the Tiranga.
The Congress party do not have any agenda at hand. That is why they are raising all irrelevant issues which are actually detrimental to the national interest. They will always be dismissive of any attempts or any steps to galvanize patriotism, nationalism in the country.
इसी से आप आइडिया ला लो, देशभक्त कौन है, जिसको तिरंगे से प्यार है या तिरंगा लहराने से इतराज है, तो वो पूरी दुनिया के हीरो हैं, ये कुछ भी बोलते रहे।
हमने ये संकल्प लिया है, पार्टी ने, आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने, जो ये आज़ादी के अमृत महोत्सव का जो अमृत हम कह सकते हैं काल का जो नींव डाला है, पूरे घर घर में 20 करोड़ घरों में हम संदेश लेके जाएंगे देश महान बनाने का, और घर घर में यह शान तिरंगा का बढ़ेगा, तभी ये देश महान होगा। तो हम सभी तिरंगा के शान को बढ़ाएं, घर घर में होगा तिरंगा का शान, तो देश होगा महान।
And amid the fierce politics over patriotism, Young India sends an unambiguous message. What this message by a group of young girls as they wear their patriotism on their sleeves.
At a time when opposition is trying to politicize Har Ghar Tiranga, you can see these young girls from Jammu region, they are trying to set an example. They are trying to set an example of patriotism. They have taken out a Tiranga rally. On these bikes, they'll be going to Kashmir Valley. At Lal Chowk, they'll be raising Tiranga. And from there, they'll be moving towards Kargil Heights. Same Kargil Heights where our brave hearts sacrificed their lives. They were able to take out all those Pakistani soldiers who were entrenched inside those bunkers. So they will be going, saluting those brave hearts.
When the matter is about our country, it is about our flag, the energy, the vibe, the valor, the sacrifice which our soldiers have made during 19 and 1999, during Kargil war. It is unmatchable when we Indians, every citizen of our country, every young citizen, my sisters, my brother, hold equal value, equal emotions about this.
All right, let's open this up. Let's go across to our guests. Tuhin Sinha continues to be with us. We're joined by author Karan Verma, and we have political analysts Danish QureshiI, Gokul Chandran, and Tausif Ahmed, who is also a lawyer and a political analyst on the broadcast. Good evening to all of you. Gokul Chandran, BJP, the government representatives saying that it's okay, you can criticize the government, you can oppose the Sarkar, but why insult the Tiranga in the entire process?
Yeah, good evening, Swati, and to my fellow panelists. See, the Tiranga and the patriotism, it is not something which you need to wear on your sleeve and exhibit it. It has to be in your heart. It has to be in your mind. The pseudo-patriotism which is being exhibited by BJP, which is being forced upon the people by BJP, is not going to be taken well by the people. I would agree, if putting up 20 crore flags on rooftops, if it would chase away Chinese soldiers who are intruding slowly into our soil, which will bring down the inflation, which will bring down the prices of petrol and diesel, and if it all can be done by the government, then there is no harm in putting up the flag on top. But what's happening? The people are struggling. The people are really, they are not able to, they are struggling for a day's food. That's how India is moving. And that is where the Modi government should show their patriotism to help these people, to help Indians who are struggling by giving them food, by giving them shelter, giving them education. It is not flying flag.
Mr. Gokul Chandran, aren't you actually proving BJP's point? You have your views, you can criticize the government on a host of issues, you are doing that. But isn't celebrating the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav an altogether different thing? And why do you say that this is being forced on people?
Okay, what I will tell, haven't we celebrated Independence Day earlier? See, even this right to hoist a flag on your rooftop was fought and brought by a Congress MP. It is not the BJP which gave the right, and in turn, BJP even never respected the national flag, and they never hoisted a national flag for years and years. Up to 55 years of independence,
about the BJP,
they have never done that.
RSS?
So suddenly, the pseudo-patriotism, RSS and BJP are one of the same.
Okay. Tuhin Sinha.
See, now they are showing pseudo-patriotism for votes.
You've leveled a lot of allegations, Mr. Gokul Chandran. Let's take a rebuttal. Nobody needs to prove their patriotism, Tuhin Sinha. Why do they need a certificate of patriotism from the BJP?
Swati, I find it very sad that we should even have a debate on this where, the usual suspects are part of the ecosystem and the, India's ever depleting opposition should question a very noble move of the government of Har Ghar Tiranga. Please understand that all strong nations thrive on an overt display of national pride. But unfortunately, for some unknown reason, we have been rather apologetic about it. Today, if you go to our schools, many of the children would not know the significance of the colors of our national flag. I don't know whether Mr. Gokul Chandran knows about them or not. Many of them don't know who designed the national flag. So, when you inculcate a sense of national pride, it begins from children, and that is where having a flag in every household becomes very crucial. I think as India gets ready to celebrate her 75th year of independence, this is a landmark, this is a historic move, and it sets a new precedent. It should be celebrated. Also, please understand, 20 crore flags. Look at the kind of employment that would generate, especially for the small scale and the micro small scale industries. So all of these should be factored in. But unfortunately, the myopic opposition can't think beyond its limited agenda.
Two quick points. One, if you're saying, and if, going by what you've just said, if children studying in schools and colleges don't know anything about the flag, shouldn't there be a proactive approach in spreading awareness, in guiding them, in educating them by making a few changes to the syllabus, maybe?
And this is part of the
maybe
awareness.
Some additions.
This is part of the, I said a lot, a good section of
Swati,
can I come
this
is a part of that awareness. This is exactly a part of that awareness. Besides, some people, a small section of people, their hate for the present government has in some way converted into a hate for the country.
Okay, hate for the country, Danish QureshiI, and according to Tuhin Sinha, the opposition is apologetic about it. Why?
Yeah, Swati, 1 second. Swati, I have
I'll come to you, Mr. Chandran. I have other panelists also on the broadcast. I have to give them also a fair chance, please.
Yeah.
Swati, I don't think that to give a counter to the Har Ghar Tiranga program of the BJP penetrated in the name of patriotism is the hate towards the country. But the things are very clear. Har Ghar Tiranga. I want to know from Tuhin Sinha कि तुहिन सिन्हा जी आप मुझे ये बता दीजिए कि 15 अगस्त की शाम को चौराहे पे जो बच्चे तिरंगा बेचते हैं और लगाने वाले अपने व्हीकल्स पे जो लगाते हैं उसके बाद जो उसकी बेहुरमती होती है कभी उस पे भी कैर किया है आपने you know what will be the you know what about where about the pride of BJP when these flags are being thrown on the roads I think people and citizens should be
जिम्मेदारी
the respect.
दानिश कुरैशी जी बिल्कुल, दानिश कुरैशी जी बिल्कुल आप जवाब तुहिन सिन्हा से लीजिएगा, लेकिन एक बात मुझे बताइए कि आज से पहले इस देश में क्या कभी ये सेलिब्रेशन नहीं हुआ? और आज से पहले कभी क्या हमें एज सिटीजन्स अपनी जिम्मेदारी का एहसास नहीं होना चाहिए था?
बता रहा हूँ स्वाति, आप इनकी जिम्मेदारी का अभाव देखिए, कम से कम
बिल्कुल होना चाहिए। बट मेरा सवाल तो यही है ना तुहिन सिन्हा से कि वो अगर एजुकेट करने की बात कर रहे हैं तो हम 75 साल के बाद भी, मतलब अमृत काल में पहुंच गए, 75 साल के बाद भी अगर हम अपने झंडे का प्रॉपर निकाल करना नहीं जानते हैं तो फिर उसके बाद ये मतलब प्राइड की जो बात कर रहे हैं ना, ये मतलब धोखा प्रॉब्लम इससे है। प्रॉब्लम तिरंगे से तो हो ही नहीं सकता किसी नागरिक को, लेकिन बीजेपी जो पॉलिटिक्स कर रही है पेट्रियोटिज्म के नाम पर, उससे प्रॉब्लम है। तुहिन सिन्हा
ठीक है, पॉलिटिक्स कर रहे हैं आप पेट्रियोटिज्म के नाम पर। तुहिन सिन्हा,
this time, that's all the more reason people like you should make a fresh start and respect the national flag more.
नहीं, वो कह रहे हैं कि आप पॉलिटिक्स कर रहे हैं इन द नेम ऑफ पेट्रियोटिज्म, ऑल यू डूइंग इज पॉलिटिक्स. Somebody said this is nothing. Somebody also in the opposition said
not a single citizen you can show me in the entire nation that who had not respect.
Okay, ठीक है. Danish QureshiI, point taken. Tuhin Sinha, many in the opposition are saying, questioning that RSS never unfurled the national flag, the tricolour, for 52 years after the independence. Your reaction to that? One, many are also highlighting some statements, objectionable statements that came in from leaders of the BJP who spoke about the saffron flag replacing the tricolour. तो अगर आप awareness फैलाना चाहते हैं तो पहले अपने पार्टी के नेताओं में फैलाइए. How do you respond?
एक तो ये आरएसएस के बारे में जो भ्रम आपको हमेशा फैलाया जाता है, रतन चाहता है कि अगर आपको हो तो फैक्चुअली सारे सालों का जो है आपको जवाब दे देंगे, उसका ये एक भ्रम है. दूसरी बात, देयर इज नो पॉलिटिक्स इन इट. That is precisely my point. If I simplify it to numbers, if in previous years 4 or 5 crores flags must have been sold, if this time 20 crore flags would be sold, look at the employment it would generate for kids, look at the employment it would generate for the medium and small scale industry. So at least take pride in that, if not anything else.
यार,
इसका मतलब आपको 20 करोड़ क्या हवा से आके आएगा आपके पास?
You are failed to give a 2 crore jobs annually and you are talking about 20 crore flags as an employment. What you are talking?
I don't, he's
ये तो मजाक है, मतलब आप मजाक उड़ा रहे हैं और कुछ नहीं है. तो
ठीक है, Karan Verma, we don't have Ratan Sharda, but we have Karan Verma on the broadcast. Maybe Karan Verma can throw more light on the questions that are being raised about RSS.
No, I am so amazed, Swati. Mr. Gokul said that it was Naveen Jindal, their own Naveen Jindal, who fought and got this judgment in 2004, which allowed the unfurling of a flag on every building. He should have taken the lead. Congress, instead of pinpointing what the RSS did or what the BJP is doing, they should have taken the lead today in saying, yes, of course, we will lead this. We will unfurl the flag. Swati, the fact is, the flag is a matter of national pride and it elicits emotions in countless ways. Look at our soldiers. Captain Vikram Batra famously said, I will either fly the flag high in victory or come back wrapped in it. Neeraj Chopra, the Olympian who won the gold medalist, he said the biggest moment in my life was when the tricolour was unfurled there and flying high in victory. This is what it means to our nation. What is a nation without its spirit? There is more to a nation than just employment, governance. There is a spirit that unites each one of us, no matter on which side of ideology we are. And it is this spirit that we wish to celebrate. Now, coming to the RSS thing, RSS unfurled the flag on 26th January 1950, on 15th August 1947. Go back and check these facts. And after the judgment of 2004 and the amendment in the Indian Flag Code post 26 January 2002, they have unfurled the flag every time on Independence Day and on Republic Day. That is a matter of fact. So please don't mislead anyone and be united in this nationalistic fervor.
Be united in the nationalistic fervor. Tausif Ahmed, respond.
You see, for 52 years, RSS continued to hoist the saffron flag and were forced to replace it with tricolour. Only after 52 years they did that. But even after, they were forced to hoist the tricolour, they have not learned the importance of it. BJP sees the Independence Day as a business opportunity. What they want is to extract profit by selling a 2 rupees plastic flag for 16 rupees to poor people. One needs not to learn about how to celebrate the Independence Day from BJP or RSS. There are people with rickshaw, with thela, with taxi, and you will see the small plastic flag on their rickshaw, thela, and taxi every day. Their love for country needs no certificate from BJP when BJP Chief Minister says that unless you hoist the flag on the terrace, you will not be true children to India. Who is BJP to give the certificate of patriotism? They haven't learned the teachings of inclusiveness. Their politics is based on the divisiveness, on communal grounds. They fight election. They are expert in selling. They are selling PSUs. They have sold railway. They have sold airport.
Isn't this an occasion
dollars
to
is at high. Patriotism is to be shown in action, not in words.
In the spirit of
BJP is only words and not action.
This is a celebration of inclusiveness.
Isn't this the perfect opportunity and occasion to bring everyone
spirit
together
of nationalism.
in the spirit of nationalism?
Action, not words.
Simple question.
The spirit of nationalism requires action, not hollow words.
Will you host the flag
BJP is offering only hollow words. There is no action. Why is India? Why is the value of dollar 80 rupees against 1?
Okay, Tuhin Sinha, the charge.
Because there is no action.
From what I understand, the charge is that we are not talking about the important issues.
Why are all the PSUs being sold to private companies?
Take a response.
Why Adani is becoming richer and richer, but poor becoming poorer? Taxes on daily bread, taxes on milk and butter and bread.
Okay, now let him speak. Let Tuhin Sinha respond to you.
Let us not allow him to deviate into another zone, because if he is talking about the devaluation of Indian currency, he needs to compare it with the devaluation of other currencies. Let us stick to this. Tausif, are you going to host a flag at your house this time? I'm sure the answer would be no. So in that case, my question is it because...
Who the hell are you?
Who the hell are you judging him, Tuhin Sinha?
Who the hell are you?
No, Tuhin Sinha, one second.
Who the hell are you?
Tuhin Sinha, one second. Tuhin Sinha. Is that how we are going to judge people? If somebody does not hoist the national flag on that day on the top of their house, they are not Indian citizens.
I am a proud Indian. Are you? That's a simple question.
But that's the question. Why are you distributing these certificates? And why do you think Tausif Ahmed? Why do you think Tausif Ahmed will not?
My question to Tuhin. Flag in RSS headquarters for 52 years.
Tuhin Sinha, is that the parameter? Is that really the parameter that we are setting to judge if somebody is an Indian or not, nationalist or not?
I'm not asking whether he's Indian, but
you said no. You asked him a question. You said no.
To the entire idea.
You asked him a question, will you hoist the flag? And you said no. You yourself said no. Why?
No, I'm saying if your answer is no, is it because the Prime Minister is requesting you to do that? That shows your political bias and grow out of it. That is my point.
Okay, the point Danish QureshiI Tuhin Sinha is making is कि आप इसको सिर्फ इसीलिए अपोज कर रहे हैं क्योंकि प्रधानमंत्री ने अपील की है, क्योंकि बीजेपी हर घर तिरंगा कैंपेन चला रही है. प्लीज रिस्पॉन्ड.
अरे तुहिन सिन्हा साहब, मुझे ये बताइए कि जिन लोगों के घर नहीं है देश में, वो कहां झंडा फहराएंगे, ये बताइए. Where will the people, homeless people will host the flag? Those who are not having least, not family, not home. कहाँ जाएंगे वो, कहाँ करेंगे? सवाल ये है कि देश की अगर राष्ट्रभक्ति दिखानी है, if you want to show your patriotism, first of all the people, homeless people should be fed and treated properly. Either they can go to they get their home, or they get the proper places to stay. Instead of that, what you are doing in the name of patriotism, that 20 crore flag, अरे 20 crore flag से कितने दिन रोजगार देंगे आप? आपने तो 2 करोड़ रोजगारों की बात की. But the problem with BJP is that he want to do politics in the name of patriotism. It is problematic. Second thing, if the RSS headquarters is going to host the tricolour flag on 15th August, yes or no? We want to know from you,
Swati, can I answer?
Okay, Karan Verma, come in and then Tuhin Sinha. Yes.
Swati, I want to answer. I want to answer to both Danish Saab and Tausif. They've been ranting about employment, dollar versus rupee and other such issues. What they've not understood is that this is not a government thing or a BJP thing. We are talking about our great country India here. And it comes under fundamental duties that whatever be the problems of this country, we'll strive together and solve them. That is what saffron stands for. It stands for striving.
We are proud of,
it stands for bringing about peace, and it stands for bringing about greenery.
India, but the problem is that
so
we are ashamed of the people who are in ruling.
Why are you making it about BJP and the government?
Problem is not with Tricolour. Problem is
not
with
Har Ghar Tiranga. This is not about BJP.
People, those who are in ruling, we are ashamed of that.
This is not about BJP.
We are very proud to be an Indian.
This is about celebrating the Tricolour. This is far bigger than BJP or Congress.
Sir, the people, those who are in the ruling, they are jumlebaz. Nobody has a faith in the name of patriotism. Nobody believes in that. What did they say?
You oppose the government on the house of the parliament. You do whatever you have to do.
दानिश कुरैशी सुनिए, दानिश कुरैशी आप कह रहे हैं बीजेपी, दानिश कुरैशी आप कह रहे हैं बीजेपी कौन है सर्टिफिकेट बांटने वाली? तो एक बात मुझे ये भी बताइए कि पूरे देश भर के लोगों की आवाज बनकर क्या आज आप ये कह रहे हैं कि कोई बिलीव नहीं करता इस आइडिया में? लोगों को खुद तय करने दीजिए। सुनिए, लोगों को खुद तय करने दीजिए। एक अपील प्रधानमंत्री ने की है, बीजेपी एक कैंपेन चला रही है, बीजेपी एक कैंपेन चला रही है, एक अपील प्रधानमंत्री ने की है, लोगों को खुद तय करने दीजिए।
स्वाति जी, ये फेल हो जाएंगे तो ये तो कहेंगे कि वो तो जुमला था। प्रॉब्लम इससे है, हमें उनके तिरंगा या उससे प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। अगर वो अपने मकसद में सक्सेस नहीं होंगे,
हाँ, तो तब आप उनको ऑफिशियली घेर लीजिएगा, तब आप उनको घेर लीजिएगा, तब आप उनको जुमलेबाज भी कहिएगा और जो भी नई टर्मिनोलॉजीज आप इन्वेंट इजाद करना चाहते हैं आप उससे बुलाइएगा। लेकिन मेरा एक सवाल है, आई वांट टू ब्रिंग इन तुहिन सिन्हा, टू वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रिएक्शंस। यू स्पोक अबाउट एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेशन. P. Chidambaram in his reaction has said, you know, the BJP must have imported these flags. These are non-khadi and polyester flags from China. Jairam Ramesh says this is hypocrisy. He says, hypocrisy zindabad. BJP is destroying livelihood of those who made the national flag from khadi, which Nehruji described as the dress of India's independence. He has been the campaigner of the organization which took 52 years to hoist the national flag in Nagpur. Two reactions from two Congress leaders.
See, Swati, there has been a 200% increase in the khadi industry, in the turnover and the sales in the last 8 years. So I don't know, I don't need to vouch how much we have promoted khadi. But yes, I mean, we are not hypocritical like the Congress party that, you know, we'll make it a symbolic gesture but not promote it at all. So khadi business is thriving, don't worry about that. The fact is, if you do simple calculation, if, like I mentioned, in the previous years, 4 or 5 crore or whatever number of flags would have been procured, if this year 4 or 5 times more would be procured, the khadi industry would not be impacted. It would only grow. But the additional flags would be procured from other, you know, cloth materials. So this is only making the flag more accessible to the common man. This is what they don't understand. And the reactions of both Danish QureshiI, by the way, with whom I would love to have another 1 hour discussion on economy sometime, but the reactions from both the Danish QureshiI and the other panelists only prove that they have a problem with Modi ji appealing to them to raise the national flag in their home.
I have to wrap up the debate, but I quickly want to go across to Gokul Chandran for a rebuttal. Gokul Chandran.
Problem with that, the man who has lost the credibility.
Okay, Gokul Chandran.
Problem is that.
Yeah.
Gokul Chandran.
He is sitting on the top.
See, please. I have got less time. Please.
Largest democratic country, but the problem is that each.
Okay, Danish QureshiI, you got enough opportunity. Please, I have to wrap up.
I have a list.
50 दिन दीजिए.
Please.
उन 50 दिनों का.
Gokul Chandran.
Problem is.
See, I want to.
इसीलिए मैं कह रहा हूँ.
Make your point. Go ahead. Make your point.
See, I can't do this, Swati.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry. I tried to give you that opportunity, but I'm completely out of time. Danish QureshiI ji, don't do that to the other panelists, please. Opposition says this is just politics. BJP says, what is the problem in displaying patriotism? A quick wrap up and a break with that. Thank you very much to the guests.